Hey, what's going on YouTube? Once again, it is Kamal J. Pryor, aka Kwiz or Quizmatics of Quizmatics Inc. Think Quiz Entertainment. And the last time I did a video with you guys on YouTube, I left you off with my 4 power words. This is in regard to sales, recruiting, and prospecting. And just to rehash, for the people who may have missed that class, the 4 power words that I went over with you are most, now, immediately, make a decision. I switched them up a little bit, but it's all pretty much the same thing. And before we ever got to words, we had to learn our alphabet. And our alphabet quite naturally begins with our ABCs. So let me give you the pieces that I missed, that you may have missed, that you may be trying to put all of the connections together to make all of those power words work for you. So the ABCs of sales are always be closing. Real simple. I'm pretty sure you've all heard it before. Now, how always be closing works in relation to those power words. Those power words do give you the power to move yourself closer towards your sale process, your order, and get the person to take the sort of action that you want them to take pretty much immediately, if not now. So, with that said, let me give you the piece of the puzzle that some of you are missing, because I have seen the texts, I have seen the inboxes, I have received the messages, and I understand that some of you guys really aren't getting it. So hopefully that will help add a little bit more towards your understanding and comprehension of how to use those power words. But now let me give you the pieces that glue everything together. Now, quite naturally, when you learn the alphabet, you didn't stop with ABC. So there are definitely more letters in the alphabet for you to learn. So if you want to be a fabulous salesperson, if you want to be a fabulous recruiter, if you want to be fabulous in general, then quite naturally, you're going to have to begin with the root word. And that root word is FAB. F-A-B. And I'm going to explain that to you. Facts, advantages, and benefits. Now, on a pathway to every sale, you're going to have to cross this bridge called facts, advantages, and benefits. So let me help you out with that. Facts are very concrete. They're very tangible. They're very black and white, cut and dry. For example, if you're purchasing a computer, a person may want to know the make and model. You know, they might want to know the company that produces it. They may want to know what kind of screen it's made out of. Is it a plasma screen? I don't know. They may want to know what the price is. They may want to know what kind of memory it holds or what type of processing speed that it has. These are basically facts. You should have your facts prepared and ready before you even begin having a conversation with any prospect, period. So be armed, have your facts. Quite naturally, the advantages are typically tailored directly to the needs of your specific prospect. And I'm going to share a little bit in depth with that. But first, let me move on to the benefits. Now, the benefits are a direct reflection of your facts. So in other words, when this product was produced with XYZ facts, they were produced this way so that they can produce XYZ benefits for the basic consumer who would consume that product or service. So therefore, a benefit would be, for example, we were talking about computers. I'll stick with that analogy. I'm right now on my MacBook and on my Apple iPad, should I say? And the benefit of the iPad is it's compact. You know, it's portable. It's compact. It's easy to get around. You don't have to, lug around a computer. You don't have to put a whole bunch of extra stuff in it. It has all kinds of apps and stuff that you can use on it, and you can touch screen. So you don't even really need a keyboard. Those would be benefits. Those are basic benefits that reflect for any consumer. Now, let's move back towards those advantages. The advantages is a little bit more tricky because the advantages are tailored toward the specific needs of your prospect. And how do you know what your consumers' wants, needs, desires are unless you are listening? Which brings me to the next part of crucial information that will actually help you really succeed out there in the field. Now, I'm going to share with you a principle that will really help you succeed, and that is we call the ear-to-mouth ratio. And I'm going to explain it like this. In biology, we'll notice that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. 2 ears, 1 mouth. What that means is you should be listening twice as much as you are talking. Now, whether or not you're talking a lot or whether or not you talk a little, or reduce the amount of talk that you do, or increase the amount of talk that you do, either way, you definitely need to increase the amount of listening to twice as much as you are actually conveying information. And this is crucial because there are several cues that are given by your prospect. Simply by listening, you'll find out. So I'm going to back that up with something else that you should know in sales, and that is the person that asks the most questions generally controls the conversation. So being that you're a salesperson or you're a recruiter, it is important for you to find out the viable information. So utilize your ear-to-mouth ratio. Listen to the cues. Your prospect is going to give you the cues of what their needs are, what their desires are, what their wants are, when they're ready to actually take action, and maybe even the way that they would like to be sold, only if you are paying attention and being alert and actually listening a little bit more than you're talking. So be alert, listen, use your ear-to-mouth ratio. Most importantly, ask the right questions, you will get the right answers. So while you're talking, while you're on your always be closing game, while you're using your power words, you should also be engaging them. You want them to talk. You do not want to shove anything down their throat because they're not going to really want to do that anyway. So you want to find out what their needs, wants, and desires are. And the only way you can do that is by being comfortable communicating with them and engaging in an open dialogue. Now, that's pretty much what I had to say in this video here. I want to actually back that up because I was just recently looking at The Wolf of Wall Street, at least a segment of it, and something very relevant to what I'm saying to help you guys really get what I'm saying here is Leonardo DiCaprio's character asked the guys in his team, he said, hey, sell me this pen. All right, and most of the people, they just took the pen and they started talking about, well, it's a pen, and they started talking about a whole bunch of nonsense that was not interesting. So that's just to show you, if you're talking about the facts and benefits alone, those become very, very boring. Nobody's relatively interested in those. But he eventually handed that pen to one of his mans, and he already knew that guy was good. So when he handed the pen to his mans, and he wanted to sell him the pen, his man didn't go into a long speech. He kept it very short and simple. He asked him to do something real simple. He said, write your name on a piece of paper. And Leonardo DiCaprio said, well, shoot, I can't write my name on a piece of paper because I don't have a pen. And his man was like, exactly. Supply and demand. That's why you need this pen. So think about that. Work smarter, not harder. It makes your life easier. Ask the questions, ear-to-mouth ratio, facts, advantages, benefits, ABC, use your power words. And with that said, now, once again, most people immediately upon seeing my video make a decision to click the like button, and you could do that too. So you might as well. Otherwise, leave a comment or visit me on my website, www.quizmatixink.com, and you're more than welcome to join us, where I will be more than happy to share with you my valuable time, information, and actually have a part in your success, because your success is my success, and that's what it's all about. So thanks for your time. I hope this has been of some benefit to you, and I hope to see you successful. So take care and stay tuned till the next YouTube video. Kamal J. Pryor, Kwiz, Quizmatics, signing out. Peace and stay blessed.